Hi, welcome back. It's part 3 of my campaign update today, and this is State of the World. So, my name is Susan Maud Buchser-Lochocki. Welcome. I am a presidential candidate from 2020, 2024, and eventually 2028. And I want to say it's very interesting what is going on in Iran. I have to admit I have never really been a fan of the regime. I don't like the strict religious policies that they have, and I think if the regime could have changed without revolution, that would have been better. But sometimes some things have to happen this way. And so I'm concerned that they've cut off all contact outside of the country. We are getting information anyways, and there seems to be like 500 people killed. So I hope the numbers stay low, and I hope that change happens. I will say that in something I just read that Trump was considering having Netanyahu and Rubio come up with a plan to help out or get involved with the Iran situation. And for me, I am not at all a fan of Netanyahu. No one so far has proven to me that he is a trustworthy person. So this is where Trump and I really separate. We notice that there's a problem in Iran with having a religious organization running a country. It's oppressive. And it's not what the U.S. is about. We're about freedom of religion and expression and speech and all sorts of things. So we are not used to oppression, and we're not used to religious oppression because we have freedom of religion, freedom of choice. And but I don't think that the people of Iran like being oppressed, and they've certainly, I'm sure, somewhere inside have a leader ready to come out and lead the country in a new direction with more freedoms and flexibility. So it's exciting, it's concerning. The one thing I did agree with the politics of the Iranian government is that Israel should not exist. The United Nations and the US and England at the time did a terrible thing. Right in front of everybody's eyes. I mean, I was not alive at the time, but right in front of everybody's eyes, they stole land on TV, took it and gave it to somebody else. And Netanyahu has made a career out of being the spokesperson for Israel and given multiple reasons why it was not thievery, but it was thievery. And even he wasn't around when it became Israel. So I am angry and concerned about getting Netanyahu involved. I will say I am just a citizen. I've never been in politics, and I don't have the government intelligence news coming to me. So there might be reasons why Trump is saying and thinking and moving in different directions, and including Netanyahu. But I am not privy to that information. I'm only privy to what I know and have seen on the planet. And so I can only go with my experience and what I've read and what I've heard from others. So I cannot say I do not feel Israel should be involved. I do not recognize Israel as a country. I recognize Palestine. And Netanyahu is a war criminal in my mind and should be locked up. So with that in mind, this is really where I differ a lot from President Trump and his foreign policy concept. We do agree that a religion running a country is a bad idea, and we've seen that in Iran for over 40 years, and it's sad that it has been this way for so long. So I guess I'm sending strength and just perseverance to those in Iran fighting for their right for freedom. I do send them that. And I suppose if I was in office, I would also offer that to the people. The sanctions that have been done on the country have been devastating for the people. So we have been actually contributors, the United States, to the suffering of the people. And I'm terribly sorry for that. That was, I don't think, ever our intention, but it is a side effect of sanctions. But again, I have never been in a political position where I would even really know what the truth is. So I guess in the world, what we need is truth. We need the countries to come forward and be honest with us all. And that's what we're not getting so far. So until then, we can just be citizens and hope that our governments are doing the right things for us and for our neighbors. I am behind on some of my videos, so I'll be probably talking about Greenland in another one. But it does seem to be something that is important. So whether the U.S., Canada, or Denmark is in charge of it, somebody needs to step up and be in charge. Or they should become independent, or ultimately we could offer them statehood. But technically, according to our current state requirements, they don't have enough people living on the island to be a state. They would have to, I think they're at like 56,000. They need to get to 60,000 to be eligible to be a state. So I think, I wasn't going to talk about Greenland, but I ended up talking about Greenland. So it is a country that with global warming, the ice caps are melting, and so we have new navigational avenues that need to be protected and kept up, and certainly emergency vehicles need to be available in case of an emergency. And I don't know if Denmark is able to do that. So maybe a joint venture would be also possible. But it's up to the Danish people. It's up to the Greenland to figure it out, to figure what they want to do. The Greenlanders. And Venezuela, that was great how he was able to get in and get out and bring the president there to our country to face the crimes that he needs to face here. So the war on drugs is happening. I should probably talk about my drug policy, maybe too, in one of these videos soon. But it's I guess an interesting change going on in the world. So I'm like you. I'm holding my breath to see when the other shoe is going to drop and to find out how the dust is going to settle on all of these issues. It's I do feel that we need to focus on our people. And although this is about the world, the union is important. Our citizens are important. So I hope he's keeping them in mind. Okay, so that is where I am right now on all of these things. If you want to find out more about me and my campaign, it's susan4usa.com. That's Susan the number 4usa.com. And I'm also on Facebook and Twitter or X and YouTube. So anyways, I have something like 800 videos from my first 2 campaigns and now this one. So anyways, thanks for stopping by. And I wish peace for all of us. But sometimes to get to peace, you do have to fight. Especially if your rights are being violated. So I wish us all peace. And in all the war-torn areas, a ceasefire and real peace. Maybe I talk about Israel in the next one too. Anyway, we'll see. So, again, have a good day. Bye for now.